Hey everyone, how's it going? Shuffle's back here with another video, and today we're going to do a quick video on Morrigan. Um, so this past weekend, there was a Morrigan Ancient Summon event where you could summon her with 10 times chance, and I know a lot of you got her, so we're going to go over her kit really quick. Unfortunately, I didn't get her, so I can't really give you a hero showcase, but what I can do is go over her kit, tell you kind of where I would use her, why I would use her, and how I would gear her. So... starting off with her basic attack, deals 70% damage to 3 targets. So hitting multiple targets with her skill 1 is really nice. You can see her range there if you're curious, and her base stats. Her ultimate skill releases a wave of cursed bombs at up to 3 targets in range, which is also nice. You're still hitting multiple targets. Her first passive, after the curse bombs detonate, generates a ground effect, dealing 10% AoE damage per second for 8 seconds, and airborne units take less damage. So even though you're only hitting up to 3 targets, you are now hitting more because they do AoE damage when they explode. After being deployed for 50 seconds, increases damage by 20% permanently. That does increase to 30%. So in dungeons, in particular, this is going to take effect. And then on top of that, she has a nice talent here. Each basic attack launched has a 30% chance to release more bombs, so it means more AoE damage. And the main thing that Morrigan is known for is her leader skill. So she got this Lord skill, increase faction allies' basic attributes by 15%, which is ridiculous, especially because she happens to be in the same faction as Vierna. So if you have Vierna, she is going to get boosted through the roof with that extra 15%. Then on top of that, increases damage dealt to enemies inflicted with stun, freeze, immobilize, and other control effects by 30%. So you're getting a 15% stat increase plus a 30% damage increase, and then increases faction allies AoE damage by another 25%. So you're getting 55% damage increase plus 15% stat increase on your AoEs. Just an absolute ridiculous number. She has a good kit. She hits a lot of targets. She hits hard. But primarily, this is just over the top broken in terms of a Lord skill. Absolutely ridiculous. We go take a look at who's in the faction. It's not the strongest faction in the world, to be completely honest with you. If you're wondering why there's units on here that you haven't seen before, it's because we are on the Forerunner server. But you can see we got Captain Reeve, who is AoE. We got Vierna, who is AoE. And we got Cerberus, who also has AoE. Actually, he's been a huge hit in this arena rotation that we're in right now. And then, of course, she's also AoE. And Aeon, I guess, is also AoE. So we got a lot of AoE damage dealers in this faction. This girl Morrigan is... her leader skill is one of arguably the best leader skills in the game. So if we jump over to where I would use her, the biggest and most common place you're going to see her being used is as the Lord for your GR1 21 teams. Let me click on this. So we go recommended lineups. You see it right away. Boom, Morrigan. Boom, Morrigan. 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 Aeon, who's Baby Morrigan. 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 Baby Morrigan. And Morrigan. Long story short, you really want to be getting Morrigan if you want to be running stage 21 of GR1 because she's almost mandatory. It's possible to do it without her, but not the easiest thing in the world to do. That's not what I was trying to do. Let me out. Also, because he is coming this week, if we take another look at this, Lysier also happens to be in the Curse faction, and he is coming up this weekend. There is 10x for him. There will be a video coming out for Lysier later this week. I'm recording it actually probably right after I record this video. But he is also in Morrigan's faction. So if you have Morrigan, he is going to be affected by that ultimate as well, or by her Lord skill as well. So in terms of gear, honestly, I think her gear is less important than probably most of the other people for GR1. But because you're mainly going to be using her to boost your damage dealers. Now, if you get her early game, obviously she's going to be your carry. You can put her on pretty much any set you want. Uh, in terms of left side sets, Calamity is great. Warlord is definitely best in slot. Those are probably the two main options, with a third option being Annihilating Might. Uh, Again, you probably want to move on to Ascended sets if you can from GR2 and GR3. But if you had to pick one, she does hit multiple targets, so Curse set would be good. Fatality would be fine. Sticks, Sticks would also be fine. I would assume Night Terror even wouldn't be too bad, increasing damage after crits. Looking down here, I think honestly what I would end up doing is probably Soulbound Arcana because you're probably using her for GR1. You're probably primarily using her for ultimate, and this is going to be where the majority of that damage is going to come from. But probably Soulbound Arcana or Ageless Wrath are probably my two go-to sets if I had to pick. Um, and then obviously for GR1 in particular, you probably want to go triple attack. You could go double attack and crit damage if you'd like. Just make sure you got 100% crit. Try and get as good of a balance as you can and go from there. And then, yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for Morrigan, guys. Pretty simple. She's pretty easy to use. Just make sure she's your lord and make sure you get some good units to go with her. Particularly if you have her and Vierna, then you are all set. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anybody else you'd like to see reviews on in the comment section down below, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.